Today, we're talking about one of my favorite vegetables. It's absolutely a superfood. It is fantastic for you. And if you're low carb or ketogenic or a healthy vegetarian or a healthy vegan, you definitely want to add this to your diet. If you love pasta and it's not helping you to lose any weight, because it doesn't, because it lets weight cling to your body. Pasta, flour, rice, okay? And so when I became ketogenic, I wanted to replace my pasta with something that was equally delicious, but good for me, healthy for me, and of course doesn't cause me to keep weight on my body or gain weight. And folks said, look at spaghetti squash. This is your spaghetti squash. And I was like, spaghetti squash? What's that? Because I've heard of all kinds of squashes, right? But I've never heard of spaghetti squash before. And I'm thinking, is it spaghetti? But it's a squash? But it actually is. This is a spaghetti. That's why it's called spaghetti squash. It looks like spaghetti. Spaghetti squash. So I would actually see it in the stores. I remember growing up in Jamaica, we didn't have spaghetti squash. I never saw it in the store. So I don't know if they actually had it, but I've never seen it and nobody cooked it. Any events that I went to, I never saw spaghetti squash. But I remember seeing spaghetti squash in the stores in the US. Spaghetti squash. One of the best things that you can have is spaghetti squash. Delicious, low carb. Good for you. It helps you to lose weight. But I didn't know what it was, and I never stopped to investigate because it just was not a part of my repertoire. Okay, so I only found out about it a few years ago when I became ketogenic, and I'm gonna tell you, it is one of the most amazing veggies, and it is like for sure one of my favorites. Definitely top 5. Love it so much. If you love pasta, like I love pasta, I love Italian food. And so I was like, oh gosh, I don't know if I can give up my pasta. I don't know if I want to give up my pasta for my lifestyle change. But in incorporating spaghetti squash with my lifestyle change with ketogenic and low carb, it has just been a blessing. It is so delicious and yummy. And it tastes like pasta, okay? So let's get into some of the wonderful health benefits of spaghetti squash. Welcome back to Nutrition Lawyer channel. On this channel, we advocate for healthy living, healthy lifestyle, longevity, a ketogenic diet, fasting, both intermittent fasting and full fasting, and detoxification of your body, mind, and soul. And of course, general happiness. Because if you're eating well, and you're looking good, and you love the way you look, you're generally gonna be happier, right? Yeah, you'll be happier. That's just how it is. Now, your health is currency. So let us do something about our health. Let us do something and get well. We are going to take charge of our health on this channel. That's what we do. So spaghetti squash has all these wonderful health benefits. It is just absolutely rich in nutrition, okay? It is rich in vitamin A, rich in vitamin C, which is so important for our immune health, incredibly important. It is rich in potassium, which is great for folks who are actually hypertensive. If you have high blood pressure, spaghetti squash is wonderful because it's rich in potassium, rich in magnesium, which is really helpful to lower your blood pressure, okay? It is also very rich in fiber content, okay? You know, your gut, your microbiome needs fiber to flourish and have the good bacteria grow and flourish, okay? And so it's absolutely wonderful for that. Let's get into some specifics. Dietary fiber of spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash has a rich amount of dietary fiber, and this dietary fiber binds to the cancer-causing toxins and chemicals in the colon, and thereby protecting its mucosa from disease and cancers, inflammatory bowel disease, okay? It also helps to reduce fat absorption, and it helps to reduce your LDL cholesterol levels, which is your bad cholesterol, okay? So it's wonderful for your cardiovascular health because it's helping to reduce the LDL, which is the bad cholesterol that you have to watch out for, and make sure that you have good cholesterol health, okay? Because you don't want to have a heart attack, all right? It also carries antioxidant vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin C, and carotenes in small amounts compared to pumpkins. Vitamin A is powerful. It's a natural antioxidant and is required by the body for maintaining the integrity of the skin and the mucosa. It is also essential for healthy eyesight. Research studies have suggested that natural foods that are rich in vitamin A, like spaghetti squash, may also help the human body to protect against lung and oral cavity cancers. So it's cancer fighting as well, all right? The squash also has a high source of B complex vitamins, like folates and niacin, vitamin B6, okay? And these vitamins are actually richer in spaghetti squash than they are in pumpkin. Now, of course, I love pumpkin too, so let's not knock pumpkin. It has a modest source of zinc, copper, calcium, and phosphorus, okay? And now the spaghetti squash seeds are also an excellent source of fiber and monounsaturated fatty acids, protein, minerals, and health benefiting vitamins. So the seeds are really nutritious, kind of like pumpkin seeds are. I've always thrown out my seeds, but I actually am going to start planting some spaghetti squash, so I'll be saving the seeds. But now I'm thinking of saving the seeds as well and drying them to eat them, like putting the yogurt and whatnot, because it's just so rich in benefits from the seeds. Let's look at some other benefits. So as we just talked about, this kind of like sums up the benefits, okay? So we have one, it contains health promoting antioxidants. Now, antioxidants help with inflammation, right? And so if it's reducing inflammation in your body, that means it's reducing the opportunity for disease to take place, okay? And so you want to reduce or eliminate inflammation in your body, okay? And spaghetti squash does just that. It also supports satiety. What is satiety? Satiety makes you feel full. You feel nourished. You know, sometimes when you eat those empty carbs, they have no nutritional value. I'm talking about bread, biscuit, you know, cakes. In an hour or two, you're hungry and you're craving food because you actually just didn't have food. You just had something that wasn't food, okay? Empty calories is basically what you had. And so if you eat something like spaghetti squash that is substantial, has all these benefits, it also has the benefit of making you full. So you're not hungry 2 hours later. Okay, you may be hungry 5 hours later instead of 2. All right. It also aids in your digestion. All right. Because of all the fiber that it has, it helps you to digest your food well. Helps support immune health. And as we previously discussed, because it has a lot of vitamin C in it and the B complex vitamins. And so it's wonderful for your immune system, again, to keep diseases at bay. It boosts your memory, which is number 5. And it supports vision and eye health. And of course, we talked about that a little bit earlier because of vitamin A and beta carotene that is rich in spaghetti squash. A lot of us don't think about how important our eye health is. But eye health is so incredibly important because think about it. if you have no vision, if you literally have no eyesight, right? And what an adjustment that would be for you. So it's very important to eat things that are nourishing your eyes as well, right? Of course, it's a part of our body, but a lot of us just don't think about eye health the way we think about other things in our body. Let's talk a little bit more about some additional benefits of spaghetti squash. It aids in wound healing. So because of its high levels of vitamin C, which are important for collagen production, which is vital in wound healing and skin repair, spaghetti squash is actually rich in vitamin C, and which helps that, okay? It helps to fight off free radicals. Now, free radicals, as I discussed earlier, help with inflammation. It causes your body to be inflamed and get diseases. And so this spaghetti squash helps to fight off free radicals. It's a good source of antioxidants, and so it may protect you from oxidative stress and damage. It supports bone health. Spaghetti squash may aid in combating osteoporosis because of its high levels of calcium. It may help prevent birth defects because of folate. Folate is a nutrient responsible for the formation and development of new cells in the body, which supports the development of the fetus. It helps to stave off inflammation. It contains a considerable amount of omega-3 fatty acids, which helps to combat inflammation and disease. And of course, it promotes good heart health. It's great for your cardiovascular health. Let's go ahead and do a dish of spaghetti squash so you can prepare a dish and taste it and love it as much as I do. Spaghetti squash, onions, 4 cloves of garlic, fresh thyme, fresh rosemary, 3 cups of mozzarella cheese, and your spices, Italian spices, basil, extra virgin olive oil, and a pasta sauce that you make from scratch, or you can use Rao's spaghetti sauce or Classico because those have 0 sugar in them. We're going to do a wonderful spaghetti squash casserole. Extra virgin olive oil casserole dish. This is your spaghetti squash. We're gonna cut it open, take the seeds out, and then put a little olive oil on it and put it in the oven for 30 minutes. Now you can cut it open this way, or you can actually cut it open that way, but this is easier. So I'm just gonna do it this way. Like that, perfectly clean when we're done. of the oven, ready to take out the spaghetti. Now this is the spaghetti. That's why it's called spaghetti squash. It looks like spaghetti. Wonderful pasta replacement. Pasta! Low carb pasta! Substitute spaghetti squash for pasta, and there you have it. Amazing dish. So delicious, low carb, doesn't cause you to gain weight, no diseases. Perfecto! Yummy! Cheers to healthy living. Thank you so much for watching. Check out our previous video here and our next video here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Cheers to healthy living.